have to do is right because we made it to
Another
another
Friday.
Exactly right. Turn you up a little bit there.
Yep.
Okay. All right. And
we have a guest in the
we
house.
do indeed.
And we're going to introduce her in a minute.
Okay.
But we need to talk about what's went on in your week.
Yeah. Just been real busy. You know, my wife took a few days off in midweek.
Really?
So it was all Tiffany all the time. And
So was it shopping?
Well, you know what it is. You've got your week planned out, things that you want to do, both in your career, business, and stuff, right? And then the wife says, "Well, I want to do this." And you say, "Okay, I guess we're doing this." So,
good man.
Well, that's,
you have to say yes.
Yes, you always say yes, dear. Yes.
So when does she go back to work?
Tomorrow morning.
Oh,
Yeah.
She wouldn't take the weekend off, St. Patty's Day weekend?
No, it's just a work day. When you're Chinese, it's just another day at the office. So,
okay.
So, anyways,
I still don't understand all that.
Well,
I know it's their way.
They don't understand our stuff, so it's
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But you think you'd rather be off on the weekend?
It's okay. We had off several days midweek.
Did you get to the beach?
No, too cold.
What do you mean too cold?
Too cold.
It was in the 80s every day.
Yeah, well, we like to go in the morning.
So
It's too cold.
it wasn't. I walked.
Yeah.
It wasn't that cold.
It was good for walking, but not for the beach. It's a little bit cooler at the beach in the morning.
Well, you can put a sweater on. You don't have to go to Blind Creek, you know.
I know.
And if you do, it's clothing optional. Come on.
It's anyways.
No one would know anyway because you go so early. No one's going to be there.
That's why we go there. We like being like the only people on the beach, which is kind of great. So another week or two.
Do you find a lot of shells?
There is a lot of shells there on that beach, but some weeks not. It's really it varies from week to week.
Depends on if there's a storm or not.
The profile of that beach changes every week.
I bet it does. That's all you have to. I mean, if it's closing optional, of course it changes dimensions every week.
I'm talking about the beach, but yeah, no, I mean it's amazing. It's because some days there's just a lot.
I bet you Nelson would call you a wuss because he goes and does yoga on Saturday morning.
He does. He'll be there the Saturday, and they're expecting 70s. Sunday's going to be a little bit cooler. But tomorrow,
what 69?
No,
our winter's gone.
No, it'll be in the 70s. I think on Sunday.
Still, it's nice.
Yeah,
but it's not cold.
No, but if we
had a nice winter.
Yes, we did. We had many cooler days than I recall from previous.
I broke
winters.
my boots out twice.
Yeah.
That to me is not enough.
No, but it's okay. It's fine. I mean, I love it when I don't have to activate the air conditioner.
Do you open up the windows?
I do, as much as I can. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. The pine pollen drove her crazy.
So
we have to kind of work around that.
You're right. You can't really open the windows with pine pollen.
Right. So kind of wait for that. I mean, when you see yellow dusting all over your car, there's something going
plus
on.
It's the orchid trees are blooming and there's several different kinds of trees.
What is that? And I was trying to think of the name of the trees, the trees that are planted along East Ocean with the yellow flowers on them.
Aren't they crepe myrtles?
I don't know.
I think they are.
Yeah.
Crepe myrtles come. I had this discussion earlier. Deja vu.
Right. They come in different colors.
Right. They come in a white and they come in a pink and they come in a yellow.
The yellow.
But yes, this is the time of year that crepe myrtle.
There's a huge one right off of Canner in 95, right off the road.
Okay.
There on the right hand side as you're coming into Stewart. Just beautiful. It's in full bloom right now. Yeah, just gorgeous.
So if we got the name wrong, 220-9788, call in and correct us.
Yeah.
And let us know.
Dick Kibbe donated, many years ago when we were doing the revitalization of downtown Stewart.
Right.
And Kibbe looked at the way the view of East Ocean and what the tree line looked like and all that. And he really felt like we should kick it up a notch. And so he went and purchased and donated to the city those trees.
Oh,
Many of them were lost, and the city has since replaced them because
Right.
of weather events and
right.
different things. But that original tree planting came from Dick Kibbe. So shout out to
So
him.
was that the attorney?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Richard Kibbe.
yes,
Yes.
just a tremendous person. Just and
That's almost
definitely-
like someone doing the cherry blossoms in Washington because
Right.
they were donated.
Right. But yeah, I mean, he sees a need and he just rolls up his sleeves and digs. He says something I can
Nice.
do, and he did. So
Wonderful.
yeah, with very little fanfare. He just did it because he felt it was the right thing to do
We have a lot of people that
Yes.
don't.
in our community that,
That
behave
don't-
that way. Mhm.
Yes, they don't want to be known. They contribute profusely,
Right.
and they have, what do they call them? Philanthropists.
Philanthropic folks. Yes.
Oh yes,
Ph-
thank you.
Philanthropists. Yes.
Right. That
Mhm.
I can never say that word.
Yes. It's a tongue twister.
Well,
Yeah.
you know me.
Yes.
I
Yes.
can't say hardly anything
Yeah,
incorrectly. I get it upside down.
Jalapatioki. That's
Yes.
my favorite one from you.
Yeah.
Yes.
So let's introduce our friend
Let's
Joyce.
do that.
Hello, Joyce.
Welcome aboard. Oh, well, that's because you got bad headphones on.
We'll try different headphones.
Okay. Are we there? A little better, yeah.
Yeah. See.
Okay. Woo.
Hi
Can you
there.
hear now?
I so can.
Well, we're going to celebrate Joyce's birthday this
Yes,
weekend,
indeed.
and Joyce is brought up in Martin County.
Hope Sound.
And so we thought we'd talk a little bit about what Hope Sound looked like and how she grew up with Hope Sound and Martin County.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to dear one. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah, there you go. Happy
Well,
birthday.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Now, did you tell anyone that you were coming on the show?
Only one person.
Really? Because people could stream. Your daughter could have streamed us from down
Ah,
there, and the
didn't-
kids could have watched.
I didn't even think about
Well,
that.
you can go on. Is it YouTube
Yes.
and pull us up
Oh, cool.
afterward? Yes.
Absolutely.
So, what was it like? Were you born and raised here?
I wasn't. We moved here when I was in the 5th grade. Hope Sound was a single level school.
Wow.
And I was a patrol on cold days. There'd be hot chocolate from the local restaurant for the patrols. It was really a magical place to live.
Really? And it was like country?
It was. There was like 2,000 people there, and now there's who knows.
11,000. My wife and I just Googled it the other day.
Ah, very good. Very good. Yeah.
On a full time basis.
Yes.
Then
Yeah.
on a half-time basis, there's
Mhm.
probably doubles.
Yeah. But I mean,
Yeah.
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 On the residents on
It's
the, on the
right.
books. Yeah.
Okay.
We had one traffic light there in Hope Sound at Harry and the Natives.
Mhm.
It was a blinking light.
Mhm.
For fun, we would go up there and count how many times it blinked in 1 minute.
Alrighty.
So was it called was it called the Hope Sound School?
It was Hope Sound Elementary.
Okay.
Because then there's the old school that they I think they moved over to the new one probably 4 years before I got here. So I never got to go to the precious school over there in Old Hope Sound
Okay.
where all of the grades went. I never got to
Okay.
do that, but
So
it
your
was
mom and dad worked hard,
they worked very hard. My dad was in construction, as you know
Right.
that.
and your mom, I know she had the feed store.
Well, long before the feed store. She had so many other things, as you know. She started the first 4-H club in Hope Sound. She brought that to Hope Sound. She had everyone cleaning up roads and beaches long before Martin County Beautiful happened.
Wow.
Yeah, she's an amazing woman.
Wow.
Between her and Pauline MacArthur, they were an unstoppable power in Hope Sound. They still saw a need for something, they made it happen.
Wow.
They just made it happen. It was delightful. And when you're growing up like that, that old antage about it takes a whole town to raise a child, it really does, because I could be someplace my parents were not and get caught doing something. One of my parents' friend would say, by the time you get home, you will be on restriction for the weekend. I saw that, and your mother will know about it before you get home.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was the way it was in Pittsburgh growing up in
Or
our
you get a
neighborhood.
smack up the side of the head too.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
my mom, my friends' moms was my mom. They could do anything
Yeah, absolutely.
and no wrong, and reprimand me, whatever.
Mhm,
Yep.
we got that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Most definitely. But it was also still Old Hope Sound. The Civic Center over there on the 4th of July, we would have a city picnic and everybody would barbecue. We would have grease pig contests and grease pole slide, climbing things and 3-legged races and bicycle races around beauty contests. I was in a beauty contest one time there on the 4th of July. Yes.
Ooh,
Yes. Yes,
Nice.
how
indeed.
much fun is that?
It was fun. It was fun.
Did you decorate the bikes? We used to decorate our bikes for all the
did.
holidays and,
We
and,
absolutely
and put
did.
through the spokes, and
You bet. You bet. Mm-hmm.
that was part of the fun.
Um,
Put the baseball cards with the clothespins, and so it's like yeah.
I'm telling you, I got to do so many things there that I would have never gotten to do anyplace else. Anyplace else.
And you were free to go. I mean, if you walked 2 miles, no one said a word to you.
Exactly. If we got on our bikes and went 5 miles, you were still safe. It wasn't like
Today,
it wasn't like today. We don't let our children out of our sight down the road.
right?
Mhm.
So, did you like to go swimming? There's like a favorite beach, or what was your water activities? What would you do?
Well, I like to swim because I'm a Pisces and I'm a water baby, but I really wasn't one of those girls that would go lay out on the beach for hours and hours and hours. If I didn't have something to do at the beach, volleyball, clean up, build something, then I didn't hang at the beach. But I had a lot of friends that went surfing before school, that went surfing after school,
Right.
that went surfing.
But you weren't a surfer.
I was not a surfer. No. I am really good with a rifle. And my dad taught
Sharpshooter. Huh?
Yeah, my dad taught me how to fish and shoot rabbits and we would they didn't have trash pickup, so you'd have to take your trash to the dump in Hobe Sound.
Mhm.
And I would go with him. We'd shoot cans and that sort of thing. When we got back on our road, I got to sit on the hood of the car, the Ford station wagon, with a 22 rifle. And when he would go so far and a rabbit would shoot, they would be like a deer in the headlights. They would stop like that, and I would shoot a rabbit. We would have rabbit. Later on, my sister got horses,
Right.
and so when the neighbors decided to sell their feed store, he bought the feed store because it was cheaper feeding all my sister's horses. And then all of a sudden, we had a farm going. We had a rabbit hutch, and we had pigs, and raised them and sold them. And
What kind of pigs did you have?
well, my father would get wild boar. They would pay him to go to the groves in West Hope Sound
Oh,
and extract the wild
Right.
boar.
Right,
And-
because they would eat
yes.
everything. Yeah,
right.
And then he would just keep one or two and raise them up and feed them up and breed them. And then we'd have little piglets around, smart little things.
aren't
too.
they? Piglets are so
Oh my
cute.
God.
I've had a couple batches or litters or hatches or whatever you
Mhm,
call them,
mhm.
but piglets, and they are the cutest.
They're very smart.
Oh, they are.
Fred, he put this little fence up so that they wouldn't, not high, 10 inches. It was electrical fence.
Right.
And he'd only keep it up for about a week. Then he'd take it down, roll it up, and put it away because they remembered where it was at. They wouldn't go past that. They didn't want to get shocked.
Right.
Cool.
And he built a little water pond for them. I'm like, where's the mud? He's like, they don't like mud. They like cool water.
They do. They really don't
Yeah.
like the mud.
Part of my job was to clean that out every week.
Yeah.
Make sure they had fresh, clean, clear water.
My girlfriend had a pig farm over off of when you go out 95 out 76, and I'm trying to think of the name of the road. It's not there anymore. The county bought it, and it's a water treatment plant now. But when you go past 95,
Mm-hmm.
and then you take a left, and it goes down along I-95.
Okay.
She had a pig farm there, and I'd go out after work a lot of times and help her. And they had cement slabs, and they had water running through it. but there wasn't a lot of mud. She said they
Mhm.
do not really like the mud.
No, they don't. They don't, not at all.
So that was true to form.
That was true to form. And that was, we were learning about life up there.
Right.
Where we were at, we didn't, I had like 5 families out there. And so they were our best friends because nobody went anywhere.
Right.
But then when you grow up in a place where you know everyone, the people that stayed and started businesses, it was just smooth like glass because you felt you were comfortable. You trusted all the people you did business with
Right.
because you were in 5th grade with them.
Right. And
That
your
was-
word was gold.
Was your bond.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've watched Hope Sound grow up, and everyone has migrated now. Basically, your family up towards North Jensen.
Yes. Yes. Or completely out of the state.
But well, your sister and your dad live on Beauregard East
Absolutely,
on
yeah.
Sunset.
Yeah. Beau Rivage.
Yep.
Mm. And that's like our anchor. That's our anchor here in town. But still, you go to Hope Sound and Harry, and
Mm-hmm.
they're all like, how's mom? How's Rue?
That's nice.
Well, it is. It's very nice. Very nice. Wherever I go, I always come back here. You see me now. I'm 2 hours away. I come
Right.
back here for dinner.
So, but you've relocated south of here, right?
I have in Davie.
Yeah. My wife likes it down there.
I enjoy
Don't
it.
you go to Hot Pot down there?
Yes.
Do you know where Hot Pot
I
is?
don't. Where's that?
Oh God. One of the major thoroughfares through there. off of
Well, you
Davie.
got Davie Boulevard, which
Yeah.
is the major
right,
one.
and there's
Well, where I live, there's things like Flamingo. All
Yeah.
the streets are going north and south,
right.
and Flamingo
Now,
and
this is-
Nob Hill and Pine
Yeah.
Island and University. That's the area I live in
Okay,
on
and
the south side of 595.
right. Okay, so this is not too far from the casino.
Okay.
So whatever that major
So that would be
Uh-huh.
the Hard Rock.
Mhm.
Hard Rock, yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm. So, anyways, it's not too far from there. There's 1 or 2 of those places on that thoroughfare there.
And is
that,
it called Hot Pot?
No, it's called Nine Spices Hot Pot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and but that's an amazing experience if you have never done that.
I have not.
Yeah, it's
I
an
have
all-you
not.
can
I'll
eat-
look it up.
Yeah,
I'll
it's
look
an
it up.
Asian experience. It's all you can eat, and it's they have a conveyor belt,
What?
and you sit at a booth, and this conveyor comes right out of the kitchen with fresh meat, fish, vegetables. It
Mhm.
rolls through there, and at your table you have a hot pot of broth with
Oh, now I know what you're talking about.
Right.
Okay. Okay.
and then it's like, you just toss the stuff
Mhm.
in there and you fish it out and eat it, and it's just wonderful.
Yeah,
And-
right at your table. Cook
and
yourself.
You
Cooking
cook,
yourself.
you basically, cook your own food, but
Oh,
it's,
so it comes out raw, and you put it in the broth,
and your broth,
and then
yeah,
it
you're
cooks.
boiling. Mhm.
yeah,
Because he keeps telling me about this, and I couldn't.
you can't
grasp what was
grasp it.
going on.
Yeah, yeah. It really is a neat experience. And then when you're all done, you've got this soup broth that is just phenomenal.
Yeah.
And you can ladle that out and just drink that as soup. And,
It's like bone broth.
yes, yeah,
Mm.
pretty good stuff. Yeah, it's
Good.
fun. And then and I don't know, because other people drive, so that's the problem. So
Yeah,
you're a
when you're down there.
passenger.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, we went to a Korean barbecue place
Mhm.
down that way, and that was pretty good experience.
Have
And you
a-
actually
do they-
grill at the table.
Okay.
I have a Mexican sushi restaurant that's just opened in my plaza. I'm telling you, it sounds like what?
Yeah,
It is phenomenal.
Wow,
It's absolutely phenomenal.
isn't that great?
Yes.
So what do they put beans in?
No. I mean, you can get like burritos, but they're with steak or avocados or vegetables or raw tuna. And it can be a spicy tuna, or it can be sliced tuna, and they wrap it like you would get a sushi, but they don't cut it up into pieces. It's rolled it's bigger,
Yeah,
and there's rice paper around it, so you don't have all that rice to get all
Oh.
sticky in your fingers.
all
You're
right.
picking it up like a burrito,
Right.
Oh, wow.
and it's over the top wonderful. They have all sorts of fabulous sauces.
So it's
and-
in a corn tortilla, or
no, it's in a
it
rice.
was-
It's in a
it-
rice wrap,
okay.
like like sushi gets
Okay.
wrapped, but it's not little pieces.
Oh, yes, I understand.
Yeah, they keep it long and they just cut it one way, so it's like a half a burrito and half a burrito here, and it's
Wow.
Wow.
yummy, yummy, yummy,
Looks
yummy.
like Debbie might be planning a trip down to visit you.
For food,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that's one of the things I like about that. The food is phenomenal.
Yeah.
The culture, you can go to.
Well, you have the different markets too for the
Oh,
different
yeah.
cultures
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
where they hang the goats heads up and
Oh
and
please,
do this. And
yeah.
then-
There's like these are all Pakistanians over here, and these are all Mexicans over here. And oh, you want to go for what kind of food you want to go for? It's like neighborhood things, but
and Indian and from India. Yep.
Yep, that's where. Yeah, well, I lived a year and a half in Thailand, so I go towards those Oriental places. So, but
How did you like Thailand?
I loved it.
Yeah.
I was young. I was very young.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went. My husband was in the Coast Guard. He was a electronics technician. He never was on a boat when he was in the Coast Guard. He was at a Loran station. They don't even have them anymore.
Right.
You know. but-
Yeah. I remember the Loran station right out here.
Yeah, in Stewart. That's
Yes.
and well, Hope Sound is the one right in
Right.
Jupiter is where I met him at.
Right. How cool is that?
Yeah. So we were over there for a year and a half, and it
Mhm.
was interesting. You know, there were scary times of it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you about some of them, and there were unbelievable life-changing experiences. But the food and just learning about another culture, like the only women that it was a private station, so they didn't have housing, and there weren't a whole bunch of other Coast Guard wives there. There was me, a white woman,
Hmm.
and no other
Right.
wives there. And so the ladies that I got introduced to were ladies of the evening.
Woo.
And I was like, "You wait a minute,
You do
you
what?
want me to be friends? You want me to be friends with just with all these girls and all this is what they do for a living?" When I learned more about their culture and I realized that the choices were work in a rice paddy for 75 cents to $1 a week, or do a GI. I'd be doing a GI too. You know,
Yeah.
I would.
Wow. Wow. That's
And so then, and they treat them like, I'm a secretary. I'm going to a typing pool. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
So then my whole thought changed of the way
Yeah.
what kind of people they were.
right.
They were just like me.
There you go.
Don't go away. We'll be back. We got lots more to talk about.
Yeah.
Plus, it's St. Patty's Day weekend. We got lots going
yeah.
on.
Oh my gosh.
As we speak, it's already happening.
Right here in Stewart.
Yes, right.
Okay. So
can't
stick
wait to
with us.
know.
We'll give you all the lowdown on what's going on.
The hoopla.
Okay. we are back
We are.
just when you thought it was safe. So on this date, Debbie, in the year 44,
Oh, yay.
year 44, Julius Caesar was assassinated by high-ranking Roman senators.
Really?
So let that be a lesson.
And Cleopatra couldn't save him.
No. And moving on to the year 1493, Christopher Columbus returns to Spain after his very first voyage to the New World.
Wow. And is that when he landed where?
Hispaniola was actually
The
where he
first
ended
time.
up. Yeah, his first visit. And so it's been said that he's probably the world's greatest Democrat. Did you know that?
No.
Because he
There weren't
Didn't-
any back then.
he didn't know exactly where he was going when he left. He didn't know where he was when he got there. And he did it all with borrowed money from somebody else. So anyway,
Okay.
I love it.
Yeah. So that's a little known facts. You know, that's just what I do.
Okay. Now, are we going to be put on the spot because
I know
we're
it's a joke, Debbie. It's
I know
okay.
it's a
Yes,
joke,
okay.
but people today don't joke.
I do. I still do. Yes.
You might be stereotyping Democrats.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. I think I was just
What
having
about
a-
Republicans? They'd be
Yeah.
left out.
Yeah.
I became a Republican because my choice in high school was to be a Kirkette or a demo girl.
Ah. All right. There you go.
Yeah.
So anyway, so that's just some. Oh, here's an interesting thing. 1968, the U.S. Mint halts the practice of buying and selling gold.
Really?
Yeah, we went off the gold standard. Remember, and so that was.
So there's no gold in Fort Knox?
Well, no, the practice of buying and selling gold, the mint, from the mint, that was back in 68. They have since, they do that now, but for a while, when we went off the gold standard, they said, because we ended up, our budget was greater than the amount of money we had on
Right.
deposit.
That I remember.
Okay, so Nixon took us off the gold standard,
Okay.
and
And he got golded right out of
well
office.
Well, anyway, but anyway, that's what happened. The mint halted the practice of buying and selling gold on this date in 68.
Okay.
That has since changed, but anyways, that was what it was back then.
I'm on my bucket list. I'm going to go
You're
panning for gold.
gonna pan for gold, or okay, you can just go to the mint and pick one up. That'd be a
That's
little bit
true.
easier.
But
You
I
can
have
bring a
pi-
pan with
I
you.
have customers that get
Yeah,
sand and dirt brought in from like Georgia or
Right.
someplace like that, and
And they
they do
sift-
it and they
sift through
sift
it.
through it
Yeah,
in their
yeah,
home.
yeah.
But I know they have a up in
Well, you-
Dahlonega,
yeah, you can go
up in
to,
Georgia. Excuse me.
Whoa, God bless you. Whoa. Well, you can
it's
actually
true.
you can go up to Alaska and do that too.
Yes, you can. You
Yeah.
can go out to Colorado and
Mhm.
and you know the
Or
different
North
rivers.
Carolina too.
Yeah. hmm
See,
And do all that.
cool. All right.
I'd be
Anyways.
getting Foles gold.
Okay. All right. So anyway, so that's that. So we've got a little St. Patty's Day music to share with you. Well, you tell us
As we
what-
speak,
right.
it's going on 6th Street.
Mhm,
Crafted Keg is sponsoring the St. Patty's Day block party.
mhm.
We've got Terra Firmata included. We've got Ellie's Downtown Deli cooking.
Right.
So if you want the best of the best for right now, it goes on until 2 o'clock in the morning.
Started at 5 o'clock this afternoon. Mhm.
Yes. And admission is $28 with the beer tasting or $12 without it.
And the beer is probably green beer, right?
That I can't tell you. I
think-
wouldn't.
it just wouldn't be
You do get, I think, a green beer when you come in, but I don't know that all the beer is green.
probably
you know,
not,
it-
not if you're taste testing all the different craft.
Beers.
Right.
I wouldn't think so.
Yeah.
But I bet you they're in a green cup.
Yeah, I would hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you wear your St. Patty's Day garb,
Right.
garb,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
which we should wear all weekend.
We should.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that's going on now. And the party from 2nd Street Bistro and Sailfish Brewing Company includes live music. That's up in Fort Pierce. And that goes on. They even have bagpipers coming from 8 to 9 p.m. And that's tomorrow, Saturday. It starts at 2 p.m.
Wow. Okay.
until midnight or thereafter.
All right.
So
As long as the beer holds out, they'll be there.
I'm sure it's going to hold out.
Okay, then they'll be there. Okay.
So other than that, I think let's see. The next day, let's see. There's all the breweries are having something going
Well, I
on.
think so. Sure.
You know, at this point, I'm not going to go through all of them, but Shindigs is another Irish restaurant out in Port St. Lucie West over the Turnpike,
Okay.
and they will be 7 a.m. Sunday at Shindigs Restaurant. And let's see, that's the pub begins with breakfast at 7 a.m. and goes right on till midnight. So that's their big day.
Cool.
Yes, it is cool. If you're thinking about shrimp and craft brew hula bala, it's 3 to 9 p.m. Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday till 5 at Riverview Park in Sebastian.
Okay.
And that's always a nice park to go to if you've not gone to any venues up there.
It
Usually
is.
I go to the Clam Bake.
It is. I lived up there for 3 years. I loved it.
It's a
Yeah.
great place up there in Sebastian. We have the surf competition. The 11th annual Single Fin Showdown starts at 8 a.m. tomorrow at south end of Stewart Beach, which is 825 Northeast Ocean Boulevard. 150 competitors, and there'll be at least 1,500 spectators.
Wow.
And I don't know if you all noticed, but this week we had the regatta going on. Last weekend it was regatta
Right.
with all the kids. During the week it was the regatta with, I guess, the older generation, because the bed and breakfast across the way had boarders staying there that were in the regatta for the older generation.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they said it was a lot of fun. So that's going on. Tonight is Lone Star. It's a big concert at the Sunrise Theater on 2nd Street in Fort Pierce.
Okay, that's Lone Star, the band, not the beer.
No,
Okay.
Lone Star,
Okay,
the band.
I'm just checking.
Yes.
Okay.
It's and on Saturday, the Flat Natural Band with Bruce Hunter performs from 1 to 4 at Summer Crush Vineyard and Winery on Johnson Road. There's so much going on. How can you be bored?
Right.
And it's Airport Heritage Day at the Vero Beach Regional Airport, and activities and displays and designs to celebrate the airport's 90th year history.
Wow.
90 years.
Good.
That's a long time.
That's a very got to be an old tower.
Very old tower.
Yes. I'm sure they've updated
I
it
would
by
hope
then.
so. Yeah.
The second annual Garden and Antique Show and Sale at McKee Botanical Gardens is 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Friday and Saturday, and till 4 on Sunday in Vero Beach. And we've both been to McKee
That's
Botanical Gardens.
fabulous.
Yeah.
And
I
it's
love
fabulous.
It.
Yes, it is. And we can't wait for the kids' water park to open up.
Yeah.
Remember when we went
Right.
this past year and they were just building it, and it's a big pirate ship with ecosystems underneath and a lot of things for the kids
Where's
to
that
do
at?
McKee Botanical
Oh,
Gardens.
wow.
It's
Excellent.
unbelievable. Yes, it is. And
Yeah, it's a short drive. It's really not a long
No.
drive at
Mm-mm.
all.
not from here,
No.
from
no.
Davie it is.
Oh yeah.
But you've got the Fairchilds, you've got Vizcaya,
Exactly.
you've got all those botanical gardens, and
Exactly.
those I've been to those, and they are phenomenal also. And you're just a hop and a skip.
Oh, please. Yeah.
Yes. The 11th annual Manatee Center 5K starts at 8 a.m. tomorrow at the Manatee Observation and Education Center at 480 North Indian River Drive in Fort Pierce. It's followed by refreshments, probably from leftover beer from tonight from the St. Patty's Day party
Yeah.
from the brewing company.
I don't know if there
Because
is
all
one.
those runners, that's what they love.
Yeah.
Pizza and beer afterwards.
Well, you got a carb load, you know.
First place can celebrate at the downtown St. Patrick's Day block party with $50 to Sailfish Brewing Company. So there you go. It just proves my
Yeah.
point
Yes.
that that's where they're going to go. So we had a parade in Jensen Beach last Sunday for St. Patty's Day,
Right.
and it was a great turnout.
Saw the pictures.
Yeah, they were
Cool.
good. Yes. So we got to take a break. Don't go away.
It's
We'll
our
be back.
last break. I promise we'll
It's
be back.
our last break for this Friday.
Yes. Exactly. All righty. Stick with us. back and checking the traffic. It's pretty good.
That's as good as the weatherman saying,
It's
wow, it's a nice day outside.
It's pretty good.
It seems pretty good from in here.
Yeah. Yeah.
We can't see any crashes, but if you do, 220-9788. Call
Yeah.
us if you see anything, any roadblocks, any traffic.
There was something that was up on the board earlier during the show. There was a 5-gallon bucket in Martin County on the road.
Oh, was it empty?
I would
If it
hope so.
wasn't empty, that would be serious for
Right.
someone to hit that.
Right. So, but that has since been cleared. It's no longer on the board.
Or
so-
someone stopped and picked it up.
Well,
Probably
perhaps.
someone that need to stop on the side of the road.
Or
They got
somebody,
a bucket.
Yeah, they go, hey, wait a minute, I need to paint my house. So there it is. So yeah.
Yep.
So they got new bedroom paint.
if there was paint in there,
Yeah.
let's hope it was empty.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
There's ladders on the side of the road. Remember someone called in? There was
furniture.
a furniture, a lamp.
Oh God, yeah.
Remember someone and said, Frank, go down and
Yeah.
pick up the lamp.
Yeah, I know. I was on the mission many years ago. I was on a mission for a lampshade,
Right.
and you know, but I found a lot of neat things, you know, but I actually ended up at secondhand stores getting all the accoutrements that all the things that I was looking for, but nothing by the side of the road really.
No,
No, but I tried.
you can find a lot.
There's amazing stuff.
There is.
There is
Yeah.
amazing things at garage sales.
I've seen
secondhand
brand new mattresses because people rope them down, put them on this little sedan.
Oh yes, and then they fly.
And
off.
they're still in the plastic wrapper. They're just sitting by the side of the road, brand new mattresses.
Yep.
Yeah. So
and they spend all that money.
right gone.
Gone. True.
So
That's
too
so
funny.
true.
Yeah.
So what do you have planned for St. Patty's Day?
Not much.
No.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
You
But-
got a green shirt on
But
today.
We got to talk about St. Monica.
Oh, we do. I was there.
Yes.
And today's the day. to
Yes.
go, and it's Lent.
Yes.
So if you need a good fish dinner,
Right.
they cook to order, grouper or tilapia. All the
Right.
sides are made by the ladies of the church. You know, you got rice and peas, which is rice and beans, and you
Right.
got green beans.
Right.
I got Bahamian mac and cheese, and their hush puppies are to die
Oh,
for.
yes, you gotta
And
do that.
then they got collard greens,
Right.
homemade.
Last month, I got the collard greens because they were out of green beans. They were excellent, and
They are.
but
And then
yeah.
you get
Ended up
coleslaw
with a
or
cookie
potato.
because Debbie gets in there early enough that she gets to cherry pick some of the good desserts. So
I got you a brownie.
I got the brownie, and so don't tell my wife.
You'll leave it here.
Right? Yes. So yeah, I already got the sheet. So we signed up today over at Planet Fitness, and she signed me up. She goes, "You're not working out, are you?" I go, "No, not really." She says, "Okay, we're going to both work out together." So we went out and worked out today. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, that was good.
Yeah. Because
But don't you have silver sneakers?
I do.
Well,
But
why
they,
didn't you?
because Planet Fitness doesn't participate in that, but they may, but not at this time.
Okay.
So it's all right. It's all
Because
good.
you don't have to pay for silver sneakers. And for you, if it's free, it's for Frank.
it's
I can't
free, it's
believe
for
you're
me.
actually going to pay.
Well, it's not. It's her treat.
Oh,
Yes,
that's not nice.
it was her. Well, she gets to go with me though. We get to do it together.
Oh, big deal.
Yeah.
Wait,
Lucky
this is
you.
your wife we're talking about,
Yes,
right?
it
Just
is.
want to make sure.
Yeah.
Yes, it is his wife. But anything's free, it's for Frank.
Right.
But because it's her treat, she's going to have to work harder to pay for him.
Yeah.
Instead of him
No, it's
going and doing
fewer
it free.
shoes that she gets to bring home. That's the only difference.
The what?
Fewer shoes to bring home.
Oh.
We have one closet dedicated just to shoes.
Ah.
Hers or
Yes.
yours?
No, hers.
Just checking.
Yes, hers. It's like, wow. No, it's.
I
Wow.
do have shoes. I go through them every so often, but I end up wearing the same shoes all the time because they're so, especially for work.
Right.
And I'm at work
Comfy.
90% of the time.
Yeah,
Right.
they're comfy.
Yeah, they're comfy.
Yeah,
Yes.
we talked about this morning on our morning walk. You know, she says she goes because after today she's throwing this current pair of shoes away. These sneakers that she wears.
That's what I got to do. I could need a new pair. If you have 300 miles, I think, on your sneakers, you're supposed to.
she's got a blowout in the one. You know,
Yeah.
she's worn. So So, you know,
Do you
but
have cardboard in the bottom of it so
No,
to
no,
keep it like
well,
people
no, but-
used to do?
yeah,
that
yeah,
bad.
yeah, not that bad. But some of the rubber and the heel is
Right.
worn.
That's what mine is.
Right.
So,
So,
I buy.
but she says, you know, the problem is that by the time you get around to throw them away, that's when they really feel best. Ironic.
When I lived in the country, I took
Yeah.
all the old shoes and I made Boot Hill,
Mm.
you know, and I planted plants in all the shoes and I put them up. And
Aw.
everyone's, we had different sizes for the different people that were in the neighborhood. So it was pretty cool.
Nice.
Nail them on fences
Yeah.
for
Mhm.
little planters.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
And I can remember at the Dolphin when Ted and Jarrett Miller were tiny babies. Fred got a pair, each of their like moccasin type shoes, and they were nailed inside the Dolphin bar with their pictures.
Ah,
That was cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're not there anymore after renovations and everything, but
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, there's been some renovations at the Dolphin over the years.
Wow.
Yes, there
awesome.
has been.
Yeah.
That
since
used to
it-
be the place that the high school boys took us ladies on prom night or
Right. It
something
was
like
the-
that for dinner. We went there.
Right, because that was the upscale restaurant.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. Plus you get to see great memorabilia, Francis Langford all over
Mhm.
the place.
Back then, I don't think she didn't have a lot of pictures of herself around there. She had a
Mm.
few. It was more Polynesian.
Yes.
When I
Mhm,
first
it
came.
was.
Yeah.
It was.
And
mhm.
after it changed hands, everyone that it changed hands, it just added to the memorabilia
Yeah.
like that.
But I remember when we first moved here back in the 80s, I mean, there were stories all the time that if you went there, likely you'd find her there.
Oh, she was all the
Yes.
time. Her
Yeah.
peacock wicker chair was there, and she
Right.
would be there.
Right.
Mhm.
Greeting guests and just,
And
you know,
and while she was in town,
Yeah.
there was no other female singer allowed to sing there
right.
because they had the piano bar. It was always men. But after when she would go to Canada, sometimes they'd sneak in somebody to play in that piano lounge.
Well, that's,
Yes,
that's
it was a
cool.
lot of memories there.
Yeah.
I saw her every week, so it you know, I have lots of good stories. And when I go in there, the waitresses will say, "Deb, come on," and they'll drag me up. Who's this picture in this, and who's that? And so they had a couple weeks ago. They had
Oh,
a,
because they don't know all these.
they don't know, they're too young.
Right.
So they was there like, "Who's this blonde?" So the way it looked, I had three people that it could have been, and I went home and and it was Carol Lombard.
okay.
Ah,
It was Carol Lombard.
Yeah, no, but they knew who Carol Lombard
No,
is?
probably
No,
not.
no.
Yeah, probably not.
You couldn't
I
tell them
know.
anything.
No, because I named her, and they just looked at me, and I named because Ginger Rogers was her good friend,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
and then it was another one. It wasn't Betty Grable, but they all three of these actresses had at certain times looked like each other at
Yeah.
certain points.
I'm trying to.
So it was Carol Lombard that was
Okay.
in the picture.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Very good.
they took notes. So every so often when they get a new waitress, they take notes, and I go back. And
So when customers ask them who is this person, they'll
you'll
know,
know who it is.
because
Yeah.
they checked with Debbie, the expert. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, but it's really neat that they do have They have a nice memorabilia area.
Yes,
A
they
lot of
do.
the
I
walls.
did. I was there
So-
today for lunch
See.
and
Great.
last Sunday as well.
Oh,
And I'm a regular for happy hour. So
And I'm 2 hours away.
wow, that's great.
So we're off to the Spring Fling at Nettles Island. It's a weekend affair for all the people that rent or visit or in spring break.
Mhm.
And tonight Alita and the boys are playing. I didn't even bother about
Yeah.
music tonight. But
Yeah.
StewartNightlife.com, pull that up. We have 36 different
Tells you
venues a
everything.
week
Mhm.
every weekend,
Right.
and you can't go wrong.
Right.
If you're bored, it's your fault.
There
I
it is.
tell you
Yeah.
that every
Yes,
week.
Yes.
We got all the parks. Hawks Bluff has really been a hot item lately.
Now, where's that?
That's behind the Winn-Dixie on Savannah Road in Jensen Beach.
Okay.
It's a mile, but it's sugar sand. But then you go down by the Savannahs, and oh my God, it's wonderful.
Hmm.
It's so beautiful. And if you can launch your kayak there, you can actually paddle up to Lake Eden. And that's usually where I go behind Mrs. Miller's house. We can walk across the tracks and go to Lake Eden, It was part of Eden Lawn.
Eden Lawn, where they had the pineapple plantation.
Right.
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 I took my mom and my aunt there many years ago.
Uh-huh.
you
Did
know.
well, we came in the
We
same
actually-
year. Did you know Phil and Duke?
No.
That I knew Phil and Duke.
Well,
And I
was-
knew David when he was just a caregiver, and then he bought into the place and he ended up with it.
Well, I think it was the caregiver that I ran into when I took my mom and my aunt there. I said, "Here, we just kind of driving along.
Right.
We pulled over, and I says, and we just kind of poking
I
around.
wished I was there when it was the cottages
and they
were.
came over.
I was there when it was cottages and they were rented up, but
Right.
not when that was the place to go and visit, like River Palms.
Mhm.
And but Phil and Duke had the restaurant there
Wow.
too.
Yeah, there was no activity when we got
no,
there.
was no activity. Just
No.
they rented out houses. And the houses were neat. They were in the woods, and
Mhm.
all the creatures could come and go in your cottage. It wasn't it
All the
was-
creatures.
Yeah, you never knew what you were
Nightlife,
going to find.
wild
Like-
nightlife.
wild nightlife, and daylight.
Old Hope Sound
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Old Jupiter and
Yeah.
Old Stewart, all
Yeah.
of them were all in the cabbage palms.
Right, exactly.
Wow.
So
Too funny.
So
That's
it's going to be a fun weekend.
Yes.
And today is, do you know what today is, don't you?
Today's the 15th.
Today's the Ides of March.
Oh, the Eyes of March. It's also payday for a lot of folks, and it's a Friday. So, well, that's a big deal.
It is a big deal,
Yeah.
but the Ides of March,
Okay.
you should look that up.
Okay.
But was a big deal. And I think that goes back to the Renaissance time, the Ides of March.
Okay.
But you'll look it up for next week because we got to go.
We do have to go, but yes, next time.
Okay, Dennis. Say hi to Dennis. I'm going to say hi to Gerard. I'm
Yes.
going to say hi to everybody. And happy
Thanks
birthday
for
to him.
having me.
Yes,
Happy
and
birthday, my friend.
Happy
Welcome.
birthday. Yes. And thanks
Ciao
for
for
joining
now.
us.